Good day, YouTube. I have a funny conversation I want to share with you in just a moment. The topic of this video is, do you know what's good for you? I'll paint the picture as best as possible. My grandson is 4. He's going to be 5 in just about a week and a half. And if you ask him, do you like naps? He's going to say no. If you ask him, do you want to take a nap? He's going to say no. Does he need a nap? Yes. And so when I ask that question, do you know what's good for you? It's the perfect example of my grandson, who we'll just say he's 4 or 5. He doesn't know that a nap is good for him, yet he is fighting that nap, as most children do. But a nap is really good for him. That's just a simple example of he doesn't know what's good for him. He fell asleep driving from his house to our house here. And I wish it would have been a longer nap, 30 minutes, but he was fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. And he fell asleep probably 7 minutes. We get here, he wakes up, we're gonna have a sleepover. He gets out of the car and he tells me, literally from the car to the end of this table, he says, "Papa, I'm just gonna stay out here," because he thinks he's ready to go out and play out in this property. And I said, no, we're gonna go inside. And it made me laugh inside because he thinks he's calling the shots. He thinks he knows the best thing to do, and he'll get there. So I'm using a very simple child example, but how could this relate to you? Do you know what's best for you? Sometimes it's listening to good advice. Sometimes it's doing things different than what you've been doing, especially if it hasn't worked out for you or it isn't working out for you. I'm no different, and I can tell you there were many times where I didn't know what was best for me, but I was surrounded by good people who guided me, who helped me, who picked me up and said, listen, this is what you're doing, this is the way it should be done, this is what you should do. And that's a blessing when you have good people around you to help you. You've probably heard that saying, it takes a village. You should have community, and you should. And that's where, being a parent, being a grandparent, it's a beautiful thing. As I watch my granddaughter and my grandson, it makes me think a lot of how when I was raising my son and daughter, there was things that I didn't know that I had to learn. But that's the beautiful thing, is if you're willing to learn and do good things for your children, for your spouse, for your grandchildren, for your boyfriend, for your girlfriend, it really is going to benefit you. And that's what life is about, is learning and making things better. I think I'm a better grandparent than I was a parent, even though I feel like I was a good parent. But I was learning on the fly, and that's tough sometimes. I want to make videos about several topics: retirement, parenting, being in the moment, things like that. And those are the topics that I'm going to be making consistently. I was going to make a video yesterday, but I ran out of time. And maybe it was just because it wasn't prioritized, or my priority. But here I am talking about, do you know what's best for you? How can this topic be applied to you in your world so it can benefit you, so it can make things even better for you? And I'm no different, so I'm in that same boat. Take care.